Archangel Michael is shouting. A snake around you has been destroyed, the name revealed will hurt but set you free forever. Open immediately. My beloved child. My chosen one. My light in the middle of shadows, can you feel that trembling in your heart right now? It is not fear, it is heaven knocking on your spirit, telling you that a hidden danger has finally been broken. My dear, listen closely. Archangel Michael himself is raising his voice for you. He is not whispering, he is shouting because time is too short, and you must not miss this. A snake that was crawling in your life has been crushed. The truth will sting when you hear it, but after that sting comes freedom, healing, and blessings that cannot be stolen anymore. Before I go deeper, I ask you one small thing: subscribe with your heart right now. Stay connected to this divine circle, because each word you receive here is not by chance. If you skip, you may never hear the message that heaven waited centuries to deliver to you. My beloved, heaven says you have been carrying poison unknowingly. A smile that looked pure was hiding betrayal. Someone laughed with you, spoke sweetly, but behind your back they wanted your fall. God saw it all. And today, Archangel Michael has swung his sword of light. The snake is destroyed. Can you imagine the relief flowing into your life now? Chains that held your feet are breaking, invisible hands that blocked your path are gone. But listen carefully, the name of the one who tried to harm you will hurt your heart. It is someone you trusted. It is someone whose mask you never thought would fall. But God says, better a painful truth than a sweet lie. You might wonder why heaven is exposing this now. My dear, it is because your blessing was already released, but this snake stood at the gate. They wanted you to remain stuck, to keep you begging for crumbs when God had prepared a feast for you. But the feast is yours now. And Archangel Michael says, if you dare to listen fully, every line, every breath of this message, you will step into a new chapter of your destiny. My child of light. Your spirit already knew something was wrong. You felt uneasy around this person, but you silenced that voice inside you. Today heaven confirms, your spirit was never wrong. God has cleared the path. The snake is finished. But now you must rise. My beloved, when God speaks in fire, it is not to destroy you, but to purify the air around you. This is what he has done today. The one who slithered like a snake in your path, the one who wore kindness like a mask but carried poison in their veins, has been exposed. And Archangel Michael has been crying, warning, and now finally shouting because you need to know, you are free. But freedom is never cheap. It comes at the price of revelation, and revelation always shakes the heart. It will hurt you to know the truth, because the name you will soon hear is not of a stranger, but of someone whose shadow often sat near you. Yet heaven says, when poison is drained, healing begins. And that healing is already starting in your life this very moment. My dear one, do you know why this truth comes to you now? Because God never wants His chosen to walk in blindness. For too long, you kept wondering why your blessings were delayed, why promises of your destiny felt far away. And you prayed. You cried in your quiet room. You looked at the sky at night and asked, Lord, what is stopping me? Today the answer is here. A snake was coiled around your destiny, not letting your blessings flow. But that snake has been crushed. Michael's sword has cut it. The delay is ending. The tears you shed were not wasted, they watered the ground of your future. Heaven is saying, your waiting season is closing, and your rising season is opening. My child of light, every time you felt doors closing for no reason, every time opportunities disappeared when you were close, you thought maybe it was your fault. You thought maybe you were unworthy. But God is saying, no, it was never you. It was the enemy working through a human face near you. A face you trusted. A smile you cherished. But behind that smile, jealousy burned. Behind that handshake, betrayal slept. And today, Michael tore off the mask. This is why it will hurt, but this is also why it will set you free forever. The chains are broken. The blockages are gone. And now, every word you are hearing is becoming a ladder carrying you higher into what was promised. My beloved one, miracles begin when truth arrives. Lies can never hold blessings, but truth, even if it pierces, always births miracles. God says to you now, do not run from this message. Do not skip. For if you stay till the end, a wave of light will rush into your life, and the enemy's plans will collapse completely. Do you not feel the chills on your skin as you read? That is heaven touching you, confirming every word. You have been chosen for this exact moment. You could have been anywhere, doing anything, but you are here, because God aligned this moment to set you free. The snake is gone, but the revelation must be embraced. Do not look away. Your future demands your full attention. My child, you already know deep in your heart who this snake is. The moment you started reading, a face came to your mind. You pushed it away. You told yourself, no, it cannot be them. But the Spirit says, yes, it is exactly who you fear it to be. And though this truth will burn like fire at first, soon it will feel like fresh air. Because once their grip is broken, your destiny can finally fly. And Archangel Michael shouts again, do not be afraid. You are not alone. Heaven is with you. God never exposes to leave you empty, He exposes to fill you with miracles. And miracles are already walking toward your house. My beloved, do not be surprised that heaven chose this very hour to uncover what has been hidden from your eyes. For years, whispers surrounded you, but you ignored them because your heart was too pure to believe someone so close could work against you. Yet God says He was watching every secret conversation, every false smile, every trap prepared in the shadows. And though the enemy thought you were blind, your Father in heaven allowed Michael to walk beside you, silently blocking greater harm. If you knew how many times Michael stood with his sword above your head at night, cutting off attacks sent your way, you would fall to your knees in tears. And today he is not silent, he is shouting. Because a snake has been destroyed, and the poison that almost reached your spirit has dried up forever. You are stepping into freedom, child. You see, my beloved, heaven always acts at the exact moment. Many times you prayed, asking, why not now, God? Why not yesterday? But you did not know that God was preparing the perfect time for the mask to fall. If it had been revealed too soon, your heart would not have been strong enough. If it had been revealed too late, the damage might have been greater. But today, in this divine timing, the truth is laid bare. The snake has been crushed under Michael's heel. The schemes against your life have collapsed. Do you not feel the shift in the air around you? That heaviness that always followed you, that strange fog that made every step harder, it is lifting. It is breaking. You are lighter today, not because your problems disappeared, but because the root of the blockage has been torn out. My chosen one, the truth always hurts before it heals. Like a thorn being pulled from flesh, it may cause a sharp sting, but then the wound can finally close. The one who betrayed you carried words dripping with honey, but heaven saw the venom hidden inside. They smiled at you in daylight but plotted in darkness. And the pain you felt when your blessings were delayed, when your joy kept slipping away, that was not weakness. That was warfare. But today heaven declares, the war has been won. Michael's sword has pierced the serpent. Its whispers are silenced. The traps are broken. And you, my beloved, are finally free to walk into the destiny that has been waiting for you since the beginning. Even now, your spirit knows who I am speaking about. A name is echoing softly in your heart, and you are afraid to accept it. You tell yourself, it cannot be them. They love me too much. They would never. But heaven says, child, you already saw the cracks. You already felt the unease. Do not run from the truth. For this revelation is not to break you, but to build you. This name will hurt to face, but once it is faced, your chains will fall forever. Do not hold on to those who hold daggers behind their backs. God is saying, let go, for I will place new people, true people, around you. People who will pray for you, not prey upon you. People who will lift you, not curse you. This is the great exchange that heaven is bringing, fake for real, darkness for light, betrayal for loyalty. Even now, your spirit knows who I am speaking about. A name is echoing softly in your heart, and you are afraid to accept it. You tell yourself, it cannot be them. They love me too much. They would never. But heaven says, child, you already saw the cracks. You already felt the unease. Do not run from the truth. For this revelation is not to break you, but to build you. This name will hurt to face, but once it is faced, your chains will fall forever. Do not hold on to those who hold daggers behind their backs. God is saying, let go, for I will place new people, true people, around you. People who will pray for you, not prey upon you. People who will lift you, not curse you. This is the great exchange that heaven is bringing, fake for real, darkness for light, betrayal for loyalty. My dear child, you may ask, why did God allow this snake near me at all? And the answer is hidden in the mystery of your growth. For sometimes the presence of betrayal teaches you to lean deeper on God. Sometimes false love teaches you to recognize true love when it comes. Sometimes a closed door prepares you to value the open one that heaven provides. Do not think this suffering was wasted. Do not think the years of waiting, the nights of tears, were empty. Every tear was counted in heaven. Every sigh was written in God's book. And now, those tears are watering your breakthrough. The snake thought it was burying you, but heaven says you were only being planted. And now, in this season, you will rise, stronger, brighter, more unshakable than before. My beloved, Archangel Michael is still shouting. He says, "Child, do not ignore this message. Do not take it lightly. For your destiny is too precious to waste on betrayal." He is begging you to open your heart wide, to hear every line of this message until the very end, because this is not a casual word. This is a rescue. Heaven aligned your path to this very moment because your next step depends on your response. Will you walk away, pretending you did not hear? Or will you embrace the truth, even if it shakes you? Michael says, choose truth. For truth will always bring freedom. And freedom is exactly what is waiting for you if you stay. My precious child, do you realize how much heaven fought for you? If you could see the invisible battles that happened around your bed at night, you would never again think you were abandoned. Every night, when you closed your eyes, angels stood guard. Every morning when you opened them, heaven had already blocked traps you did not know were set. And now, the loudest cry of Michael is not one of fear, it is one of victory. He is shouting because the snake is already crushed. It is finished. Yet, you must hear the truth because the wound cannot fully close until the name is revealed. Yes, the truth will sting, but after the sting, you will feel the sweetest peace. That is why heaven calls you not to skip, not to run, but to stay, breathe, and let the light reveal what the dark tried to hide. Beloved, every delay you faced, every dream that slipped from your hands, had one hidden source. It was not because you were lazy. It was not because you were undeserving. It was not because God ignored you. The source was the snake in your circle. They fed you words that made you doubt yourself. They smiled but secretly envied. They nodded yes with their lips but whispered no behind your back. And still, your heart forgave them. Still, your love covered them. That is why God had to act, because you would not cut them away yourself. Heaven waited until this very season to remove them, because now your destiny is too close to be delayed anymore. You are entering a new chapter, and snakes cannot crawl into this next room. The door of your future opens only to clean hearts, not deceitful ones. My child, do not think heaven enjoys revealing painful truths. The Father's heart is gentle, but when his children are in danger, he becomes a roaring lion. That is why Michael is raising his voice so loudly over you now. He is crying out because you have been chosen for a greater life, and heaven will not let betrayal steal it from you. You may not have noticed how many opportunities slipped away at the last second. You may have thought it was coincidence. But it was the snake tightening its coils. Yet even in that, God allowed only what could make you stronger. Now, with the snake destroyed, the blockages are falling. Doors will open quickly. Calls will come suddenly. Favors will appear out of nowhere. What felt like years of dryness will now flood like rivers. This is the miracle exchange. My beloved, I know your heart is trembling. You want to ask, but why did they do this? Why did someone I trusted choose this path? And heaven answers, because light always attracts jealousy. You carry a glow they cannot imitate. You walk with a favor they could not buy. They smiled, yes, but inside they compared themselves to you, and jealousy made them a vessel of darkness. This is not to make you bitter, child. This is to make you wiser. For from today, you will no longer give your pearls to those who trample them. You will no longer open your arms to those with hidden daggers. God is raising you to discern, to see beyond words, to feel the truth in the Spirit. You will not be fooled again. This lesson was painful, but it has prepared you for a throne that will not fall. My child of light, remember this, even when betrayal sits close, it cannot cancel blessing. Judas sat at the same table as Jesus, but the cross still led to glory. The snake near you delayed some things, yes, but they could not stop your crown. And now that the mask is torn, the release will be swift. Within days you will feel it. Within weeks you will see it. And within months you will testify that everything shifted after this message. Do not doubt. Do not question if it is truly for you. Heaven would not send such urgency unless the message was yours. You are not here by accident. You are here because heaven dragged you into the light. And the light is never wrong. Trust it. Walk in it. And let this truth, though it hurts, become your wings. My beloved child, there is a reason Archangel Michael is shouting. He knows how often you silenced your own intuition. You felt the chills when that person entered the room. You noticed how your peace vanished after their conversations. You saw how your joy dimmed when they spoke certain words. But your kind heart explained it away. You told yourself, maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm being unfair. No, child. Your spirit was warning you. The Holy Spirit inside you knew the snake was near. And now, heaven has confirmed it. You were not crazy. You were not paranoid. You were spiritually awake. And now that the snake has been destroyed, your spirit is finally free to breathe without that weight pressing against you. Freedom always feels like fresh air, and tonight, heaven is giving you more than air, it is giving you wings. My beloved child, there is a reason Archangel Michael is shouting. He knows how often you silenced your own intuition. You felt the chills when that person entered the room. You noticed how your peace vanished after their conversations. You saw how your joy dimmed when they spoke certain words. But your kind heart explained it away. You told yourself, maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm being unfair. No, child. Your spirit was warning you. The Holy Spirit inside you knew the snake was near. And now, heaven has confirmed it. You were not crazy. You were not paranoid. You were spiritually awake. And now that the snake has been destroyed, your spirit is finally free to breathe without that weight pressing against you. Freedom always feels like fresh air, and tonight, heaven is giving you more than air, it is giving you wings. Do you understand, my child, that betrayal was never greater than your destiny? Every dagger they try to hide will now become a stepping stone. Every delay they caused is about to be reversed in double. That is how God works. He never lets darkness write the final line. The snake thought it won, but today its defeat has written your victory in bold letters across the heavens. Archangel Michael is not only shouting to warn you, he is shouting to announce your liberation. He is the commander of heaven's armies, and when he raises his voice, it is because a battle has been won. You are walking into a season where peace will no longer be stolen from you, where blessings will not drip slowly but pour abundantly, where truth, no matter how sharp, will only guide you higher. Precious one, take comfort in this: the exposure is not punishment, it is protection. Sometimes we think love means keeping everyone close, even the dangerous ones. But heaven teaches differently. Love protects itself by cutting away what poisons it. This is why God stepped in now. He could not allow the snake to enter the garden of your next season. What you are about to receive is too holy, too powerful, too delicate to be touched by betrayal. God has prepared tables of abundance for you, and snakes are not invited. That is why he ordered Michael to shout, to break the silence, to expose the hidden enemy in your circle. It is not rejection. It is redirection. Not loss, but cleansing. And after cleansing comes refreshing. You will feel lighter, stronger, braver. Your prayers will no longer feel blocked. Heaven has opened the sky for you. My dear child, you may still feel sorrow. You may still feel tears pressing your eyes because of the name echoing in your heart. Do not be ashamed of those tears. Even Jesus wept when betrayal kissed his cheek. But just as his tears became triumph, so will yours. The one who betrayed you has only accelerated your path. Without realizing it, they pushed you closer to God. They carved a hunger in you for truth, they forced your roots deeper in prayer. What the enemy meant for evil has only made you unshakable. Now, when real love comes, you will recognize it. When true friends stand by you, you will value them with your whole heart. And when blessings pour down, you will not waste them on those who secretly despise you. You will guard your garden with wisdom, and no snake will ever hide there again. Beloved, do not underestimate how serious heaven is about your future. That is why Michael says again and again, stay with this message. Do not skip. Do not scroll away. Because each line is medicine. Each word is cleansing the poison. Each truth is sowing strength into your spirit. You may not realize it now, but by the time you reach the end, your heart will feel different. The heaviness you carried will be gone. The anxiety that haunted your nights will fade. You will stand taller, breathe deeper, and know beyond doubt that you are chosen, protected, and destined for greatness. God is too invested in you to let snakes slither around your promise. That is why the exposure had to come, even if it hurts. Better a moment of pain than a lifetime of poison. My precious child, there is something you must understand about snakes: they never come hissing loudly at first. They come quietly, sliding near, pretending to be harmless. They study your patterns, your weaknesses, your kindness. And because your heart is so open, you welcome them. You gave them a seat near your soul. But what they gave you back was not love, but poison. This is why heaven allowed Michael to roar like thunder. Because without the roar, you might have continued to let them linger. Without the shout, you might have missed the danger. And now that their identity is revealed, the cage around your destiny is broken. Their words will no longer chain you. Their jealousy will no longer block you. God has turned the page, and this new chapter cannot be touched by anyone's envy. It belongs to you and you alone. My beloved, remember when you wondered why the people you helped turned against you? You gave freely. You prayed for others. You sacrificed your comfort just to see someone else smile. And then, in return, you were met with silence, betrayal, or gossip. You asked God why love was answered with cruelty. Child, it was the snake's influence. They could not celebrate you because your light irritated their darkness. But heaven says, your giving was never wasted. Every seed of kindness you planted has been stored in heaven's account. And now the harvest is coming, multiplied, unstoppable. The snake tried to choke the soil, but God has burned the weeds away. Do not think for a moment that your love was lost. Nothing pure ever dies. Every act of goodness will return to you in waves so powerful that you will forget the years of drought. My dear one, Michael says to you, lift your head. Stop crying over what is gone. For what is coming is greater than what left. You thought you needed them. You thought you could not survive if they walked away. But heaven says you will not only survive, you will soar. They were not your anchor, they were your chain. They were not your friend, they were your test. And tests do not last forever. The moment you pass them, promotion arrives. This exposure is the final exam you did not know you were taking. Now that it is finished, your elevation is sealed. Child, wipe your tears, because joy is already on its way to your house. Angels are preparing blessings that will arrive faster than you expect. And when you receive them, you will look back and thank God for removing what you once thought you could not live without. My dear one, Michael says to you, lift your head. Stop crying over what is gone. For what is coming is greater than what left. You thought you needed them. You thought you could not survive if they walked away. But heaven says you will not only survive, you will soar. They were not your anchor, they were your chain. They were not your friend, they were your test. And tests do not last forever. The moment you pass them, promotion arrives. This exposure is the final exam you did not know you were taking. Now that it is finished, your elevation is sealed. Child, wipe your tears, because joy is already on its way to your house. Angels are preparing blessings that will arrive faster than you expect. And when you receive them, you will look back and thank God for removing what you once thought you could not live without. Beloved, I know your heart still whispers, but why me? Why was I chosen for such trials? And heaven answers, because you are stronger than you think. God trusted you with this battle because He knew you would not give up. He knew the snake's poison would not destroy you, because your spirit carried His fire. You see yourself as fragile, but heaven sees you as a warrior clothed in light. Every prayer you whispered was a sword. Every tear you cried was a shield. And though you felt weak, you were never defenseless. Angels carried you when your legs shook. Grace held you when your faith trembled. And now, the proof of your strength is here. You endured, and because you endured, you will now reign. This crown has your name on it, and no snake can touch it. My child of destiny, listen carefully. The truth is not the end of your story, it is the doorway to miracles. The one who betrayed you thought they silenced your song, but they only changed its melody. From sorrow, it will turn into joy. From loss, it will turn into abundance. From tears, it will turn into laughter. God is a master at weaving broken threads into glorious garments. Do not fear what has been exposed. It was never meant to stay hidden forever. Heaven is simply aligning your path so that nothing false remains. You will stand surrounded by those who truly love you, and you will no longer waste your energy proving your worth to those who secretly despised you. This is the purification before the glory. The snake is gone, and now your miracle is free to run toward you without resistance. My beloved child, when heaven reveals, it is never to shame you but to shield you. Do not think of this exposure as a curse, see it as the mercy of God wrapping around you like fire. For too long, you carried a weight you could not name. You felt drained without reason, tired even after resting, heavy even when smiling. That heaviness was the snake's shadow. Their envy, their whispered curses, their quiet sabotage pressed upon your spirit. You thought it was your own weakness. You thought maybe life was just against you. But heaven says no, child, it was not you, it was them. And now that they are revealed, you will notice your energy rising again. Your prayers will feel powerful again. Your mornings will not be heavy, but filled with fresh hope. This is what freedom feels like, and it begins now. Do you remember the times you almost gave up, when the silence of your prayers made you think heaven had turned away? Beloved, God never turned his face from you. He was watching, waiting, and guarding. He saw the snake's attempts, and though some wounds reached you, he never allowed destruction to touch your soul. And the silence you felt was not abandonment, it was strategy. Heaven was waiting for the perfect moment when truth would pierce through. And now that moment has come. The silence is over. The roar of Michael has replaced it. Where there was stillness, there is now a trumpet. Where there was confusion, there is now clarity. The battle you thought would never end is suddenly shifting. Do not be surprised when breakthroughs appear quickly, for heaven moves fast once the snake is removed. Precious one, do not despise the pain of this revelation. Yes, the name burns your heart. Yes, you feel betrayed. But hear this, God is not only removing, He is replacing. For every false friend, He will give you 3 true ones. For every poisoned word, He will give you blessings spoken in love. For every dagger in your back, He will give you a crown upon your head. This is the principle of divine exchange. What was stolen will be repaid in multiples. What was delayed will return accelerated. What was broken will be rebuilt more beautifully than before. The snake's defeat is not just an ending, it is the beginning of your restoration. And when restoration comes, it does not whisper, it floods. Prepare your heart, child, because your cup is about to overflow. Beloved, I must tell you something deeper. You are not just surviving an attack, you are stepping into authority. This is not only about what was done to you, but about what is being birthed through you. God is raising you to a level where snakes cannot climb. This exposure is training your spirit to discern, to trust your inner voice, to walk boldly without fear. You are learning the language of the Spirit. You are recognizing that your intuition was always heaven whispering. And from this day forward, you will walk differently. Your steps will be guarded, your words sharper, your eyes clearer. You will no longer fall for smiles that hide daggers. You will no longer confuse flattery for loyalty. This lesson was painful, but it was necessary, because your next chapter requires wisdom that cannot be deceived. My chosen one, the future you are stepping into is brighter than you imagine. Heaven is already writing songs of celebration over your life. Angels are already preparing divine appointments. People you never thought would notice you will soon speak your name with honor. Doors that were locked will swing open without effort. Finances, opportunities, relationships, all will align, because the snake that resisted you is gone. Archangel Michael is shouting so you will not miss the magnitude of what just happened. You may feel like you are only reading words, but in the unseen realm, chains are snapping, curses are breaking, and blessings are being released. This is not imagination, child, it is manifestation. The truth has cleared the way, and your destiny is rushing toward you with unstoppable speed. My chosen one, the future you are stepping into is brighter than you imagine. Heaven is already writing songs of celebration over your life. Angels are already preparing divine appointments. People you never thought would notice you will soon speak your name with honor. Doors that were locked will swing open without effort. Finances, opportunities, relationships, all will align, because the snake that resisted you is gone. Archangel Michael is shouting so you will not miss the magnitude of what just happened. You may feel like you are only reading words, but in the unseen realm, chains are snapping, curses are breaking, and blessings are being released. This is not imagination, child, it is manifestation. The truth has cleared the way, and your destiny is rushing toward you with unstoppable speed. Why, beloved child, listen closely now, because what I am about to reveal is the completion of what heaven has been whispering into your soul. The snake has been destroyed, yes, but that is not the end of the story. It is only the doorway into a new life. The moment truth exposes darkness, light does not simply push shadows away, it fills the room, it reclaims what was stolen, it restores what was broken. And this is exactly what is unfolding in your life right now. Every place that felt barren will begin to blossom. Every promise that felt distant will draw near. Every prayer that seemed unanswered will suddenly echo with replies. The removal of the snake is not just about protection, it is about acceleration. God is saying, now nothing can stop you, for the one who tried to block you is no more. My child of destiny, it is important that you understand the depth of what happened. Betrayal always tries to convince you that love is dangerous, that trust is foolish, that kindness is wasted. That is the devil's trap. But heaven says, do not let this snake's betrayal harden your heart. Do not let poison shape your soul. Your purity is your power, and your love is your light. The snake wanted to twist that light into bitterness, but God intercepted. He will heal the wound so deeply that you will still love freely, but this time with wisdom. You will not become bitter, you will become better. You will not shut your heart, you will sharpen your sight. The very thing meant to break you is now shaping you into someone who cannot be shaken. This is why the angels celebrate tonight. For you did not lose yourself, instead, you found your strength. Precious one, take a moment and breathe. Feel the weight lifting. Feel the atmosphere around you shifting. That heaviness is gone because truth has set you free. Archangel Michael is standing guard even now, ensuring that what was removed cannot return. Snakes try to slither back, but once heaven crushes them, their power dies forever. Do not fear that this poison will creep into your life again. You are marked now. You are sealed by truth. You are protected by divine fire. From this point forward, your spirit will recognize danger before it arrives. You will hear warning whispers in your soul. You will sense deception even behind the sweetest smiles. And you will walk away without hesitation, for you now carry the wisdom of survival. Child, this is your graduation. You endured the test, and now you are crowned with discernment. Beloved, let me tell you what comes next, because heaven does not only take away, it always gives more. A season of double blessings is rising over you. Where you were mocked, you will be honored. Where you were overlooked, you will be chosen. Where you were drained, you will be replenished. God never closes a chapter without writing a better one. And the next chapter is filled with laughter, abundance, restoration. Even those who doubted you will watch in awe as God lifts you. Even those who whispered against you will see that His hand is undeniable on your life. They will not be able to deny your glow, your success, your miracles. And some will even return asking forgiveness. But you will not carry revenge, you will carry peace. For when God restores, the wounds of betrayal turn into testimonies of strength. My child, understand this one thing: you did not stumble here by chance. You are not reading these words accidentally. Heaven aligned your steps to this moment because the timing is divine. You were meant to hear Michael's shout. You were meant to feel the fire of these words. For within them is your breakthrough. You may think you are only reading, but in the unseen, angels are moving, chains are falling, blessings are being released. The atmosphere around your life is shifting even now. This is why heaven begged you not to skip, not to scroll, not to turn away. Because this message is not just words, it is a portal. It is an opening into the destiny that was waiting for you. And now that you have heard, you will never be the same again. So, my beloved one, walk boldly now. Walk with your head high. Do not bow in shame over what was revealed. The snake is gone, and you are free. Celebrate the truth, even if it stings, for it has saved your soul from deeper harm. Trust that God is already filling the empty spaces with new love, new friends, new blessings. Trust that Michael's sword has cleared the way before you. Trust that your tomorrow will not look like your yesterday. You are stepping into divine alignment, into open skies, into unstoppable favor. This is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your miracle. Hold these words close, for they are not man's, they are heaven's. And as you rise tomorrow, remember this: the snake is destroyed, the mask is gone, and your freedom has been written in fire across the heavens forever. My beloved child, do you feel how heavy chains have fallen away from your life? That strange tension that used to suffocate you quietly is no longer gripping your chest. Do you notice how the air feels clearer as you read? That is not imagination, child, it is liberation. Every hidden plot, every whispered curse, every silent envy has been uprooted. God is not only the revealer of truth but the restorer of his chosen. And this is why Michael shouted, because heaven could no longer watch you walk with blindfolds. You asked in your heart many times, why do people smile at me but leave me wounded? Heaven heard you, and now the answer has come. They were snakes in disguise. But the disguise is destroyed. The sword of Michael did not just slice through darkness, it sliced through masks, revealing what the enemy hoped would stay hidden forever. My beloved child, do you feel how heavy chains have fallen away from your life? That strange tension that used to suffocate you quietly is no longer gripping your chest. Do you notice how the air feels clearer as you read? That is not imagination, child, it is liberation. Every hidden plot, every whispered curse, every silent envy has been uprooted. God is not only the revealer of truth but the restorer of his chosen. And this is why Michael shouted, because heaven could no longer watch you walk with blindfolds. You asked in your heart many times, why do people smile at me but leave me wounded? Heaven heard you, and now the answer has come. They were snakes in disguise. But the disguise is destroyed. The sword of Michael did not just slice through darkness, it sliced through masks, revealing what the enemy hoped would stay hidden forever. My child, this revelation will mark a turning point in your life. You will look back on this season as the time when things began to change, when delays stopped, when prayers started breaking open with answers. You may not see it all in one day, but heaven says the acceleration has already begun. Within weeks you will notice opportunities aligning. Within months you will stand in awe at the blessings flowing freely. And within years you will testify that everything shifted the moment the snake was exposed. This is how God works. He takes what the enemy tried to bury and turns it into a foundation for miracles. Every painful truth you face today is unlocking a wave of goodness you never imagined possible. This is not punishment, child, it is promotion. Do not be afraid of loneliness in this season. Yes, when masks fall, people may leave. Yes, when snakes are revealed, your circle may feel smaller. But hear this, God removes to replace. He prunes to make you fruitful. He empties your hands so he can fill them with better treasures. You will not be left abandoned. Heaven has already chosen the people who will walk with you, people who will celebrate you with genuine hearts, not fake ones. You will recognize them because their presence will feel like peace, not pressure. Their words will heal, not wound. Their company will lift you, not drain you. This is the beauty of God's replacement. Once you taste the real, you will never again settle for the counterfeit. Beloved, I must tell you something deeper. The snake was never stronger than you. It only survived because you gave it trust. But now, with eyes open, you will never feed it again. This means your power multiplies. You will no longer waste energy on people who secretly curse you. You will no longer pour love into cups with holes. You will no longer invest years into those who only give you thorns in return. That season has ended. From today forward, you will pour into what is real, and the harvest will multiply without resistance. God is saying, the days of waste are over. Every seed you plant now will grow. Nothing will choke it, nothing will steal it, nothing will poison it. For I have cleared the ground. My chosen one, hear this promise: the snake's exposure was not only for your safety, it was also for your testimony. Others will watch you rise after betrayal. They will see how you were struck but did not fall, how you were wounded but not destroyed, how you were betrayed but still chosen. Your life will become a living message that God protects His own. People will wonder how you survived what should have broken you, and you will point to heaven. You will say, "It was not me, it was God. It was Michael's sword. It was the truth that set me free." And your story will strengthen many. Your scars will shine as proof that light wins. My child, even now as you breathe these words, angels are surrounding you. They are washing away the residue of betrayal, the poison of envy, the fatigue of battle. They are clothing you in garments of light, preparing you for the stage of destiny. For what comes next requires a stronger version of you, and that version is being born even now. Do not shrink back. Do not doubt yourself. The snake's exposure was proof of your value. If you were not carrying great treasure, no one would try so hard to stop you. But they failed. And because they failed, you win. And because you win, heaven rejoices tonight. My beloved child, even now, heaven is whispering something deeper. The snake was not only around you to block your blessings, it was also a test of your vision. You see, gold is never placed on the surface of the earth, it is buried, pressed, hidden beneath layers. Only those willing to dig discover it. And you, child, are gold. The snake's presence pressed you, buried you, tried to hide you, but in the pressure, your worth was proven. Now God is digging you out, raising you up, and displaying your radiance where the world can see it. Do not cry over the dirt that covered you, for it was part of the process. Without that pressure, you would never shine so brightly. Without betrayal, you would never understand the depth of loyalty. Without the sting, you would never value the sweetness of truth. Precious one, can you sense how much the atmosphere has shifted around you? You may still feel the echo of hurt, but in the spirit realm, a new dawn has already begun. The heavens have declared your release. Angels are not only rejoicing, they are preparing gifts. Think of it like a banquet table that was ready long ago, but a snake sat coiled in your chair, blocking you from sitting down. Michael has removed it. Now the table is yours. The feast is waiting. All that God planned for you, all the joy, all the abundance, all the peace, nothing can block it anymore. And when you sit at that table, you will not sit alone. Heaven will place people of genuine love, people of loyalty, people who carry light, beside you. This is the replacement God promised, and it is already on the way. My beloved, I must remind you, do not fear the name that was revealed. Do not let your mind replay the betrayal again and again. For every time you replay, you invite the poison back in. Instead, release it fully. Hand it to God and let Him judge. Let Him deal with what was hidden. You were never meant to carry the burden of revenge. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. Your assignment is freedom. Your task is to walk forward, eyes fixed on the light, knowing that the past no longer has permission to hold you. Let go of the snake's shadow and grasp the promise ahead. Do not let bitterness lock your heart. Let forgiveness be the knife that cuts the last coil. And once you are free, you will rise with a strength no darkness can touch. My beloved, I must remind you, do not fear the name that was revealed. Do not let your mind replay the betrayal again and again. For every time you replay, you invite the poison back in. Instead, release it fully. Hand it to God and let Him judge. Let Him deal with what was hidden. You were never meant to carry the burden of revenge. Vengeance belongs to the Lord. Your assignment is freedom. Your task is to walk forward, eyes fixed on the light, knowing that the past no longer has permission to hold you. Let go of the snake's shadow and grasp the promise ahead. Do not let bitterness lock your heart. Let forgiveness be the knife that cuts the last coil. And once you are free, you will rise with a strength no darkness can touch. Child, I tell you the truth, heaven is not done surprising you. The same God who revealed the snake will also reveal the treasures hidden in your life. You are about to encounter unexpected opportunities. A call that changes everything. A door you did not knock on opening suddenly. A blessing you did not chase finding you. This is how God balances scales, He restores more than was lost. The snake delayed you, but it could not deny you. And because of that delay, the blessings have multiplied in the waiting. When they arrive, they will feel overwhelming. You will ask, Lord, why so much at once? And He will whisper, because I saved what was stolen and stored it for you. That is why Michael shouts tonight. Not just to warn, but to announce, abundance is near, freedom is here, and destiny is unavoidable. My child of light, this is your moment to rise. Do not crawl with snakes when you were born to soar with eagles. Do not waste your tears on those who were never meant to carry your heart. Do not cling to false love when true love is already prepared for you. Lift your head. Dry your eyes. Strengthen your steps. For the path ahead is clear, the chains are gone, and the fire of heaven lights the way. Every angel that stood silently in your trials now sings loudly in your victory. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are the chosen one who endured the shadow, and now walks into the dawn. My beloved child, hear me again, you are not standing at the end of something, you are standing at the beginning. The exposure of the snake was not a closing chapter, it was the tearing away of the veil that blocked your future. And now that the veil is gone, heaven is calling you to step into rooms you once thought were forbidden. Do not be surprised when doors open without you knocking, when people of influence speak your name without you asking, when blessings arrive from corners you never expected. This is not luck, it is alignment. Heaven has moved pieces for you. The chessboard of your life was crowded with enemies pretending to be allies, but now that their hands are removed, the King himself is making his move. And when God moves, nothing can stand in his way. My dear one, you may still feel the sting in your heart. You may replay moments in your mind, wondering how you didn't see, how you trusted, how you gave so much to those who were not worthy. But heaven says, stop blaming yourself. Your love was never weakness. Your kindness was never foolishness. It was a reflection of God's heart. You did what was right, even when others did wrong. You sowed love where others sowed lies. And because of that, your harvest is guaranteed. Do not regret loving. Do not regret giving. For every tear you cried, every prayer you whispered, every sleepless night you endured, is now becoming fuel for your blessing. Nothing was wasted. Everything was counted. And now, the return will be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Child, you must also know this: your enemies are not victorious. Even those who thought they celebrated your downfall will watch you rise higher than ever before. They will be forced to admit that the hand of God was always on you. Their laughter will turn into silence, their whispers into regret. For what God blesses, no curse can reverse. What God lifts, no hand can drag down. And you, beloved, are His chosen. Do not look to the left or the right. Do not wonder what they think, or what they say, or how they plot. Their time is already over. Their power is already broken. Michael's shout was not only the announcement of their end, it was the beginning of your reign. My beloved, do you see what is happening now? The very thing that once broke your heart is becoming your testimony. You will speak of this one day, and others will find strength in your words. You will look at the pain and realize it was only preparation. You will look at the betrayal and see it was only redirection. Nothing in your life is wasted when you are chosen. The snake tried to write your ending, but God has already written your beginning. That is why you are still standing, still breathing, still hearing these words. This is why Archangel Michael shouted so loudly, because heaven cannot let you miss what is coming. Your future is too bright. Your purpose is too great. Your destiny is too holy to let snakes sit near it. That is why they had to be exposed. Beloved one, tonight heaven seals this truth: you are free, you are chosen, and you are unstoppable. Nothing behind you can hold you, and nothing before you can defeat you. Walk boldly. Walk confidently. Let your steps echo like thunder, for you do not walk alone. Angels surround you. Michael guards you. God Himself goes before you. This is not the end, child, this is the opening of a new dawn. And the dawn will not be dim, it will be blazing with light. You will see it, you will feel it, you will live it. And when you do, you will finally understand why heaven shouted so urgently, because your life, from this moment on, will never be the same again. My beloved, you must know this: when heaven closes one door, it does not leave you standing in darkness. It opens another, brighter, stronger, more secure. The exposure of the snake was not to leave you empty but to prepare the space for something new. You may feel the ache of loss now, but what is ahead will heal you so deeply that you will almost forget the wound. God is not cruel, He is careful. He knows what you can carry and what you cannot. He knew you could not carry betrayal into your destiny. He knew poison cannot flow into promised rivers. So He cut it off. And though it hurt, it saved you. Soon you will see that the very thing you thought was your breaking point was actually your turning point. From here, everything changes.